Today we will talk about maintenance the data within a catalog. So the first thing I will do is just create a catalog in a normal way. This is a predefined catalog where we actually decide how it will look like. In the end, just press my create button here and it will create a nice small catalog with 12 pages in it. The first thing you probably will notice that there are some X's in the text that's in capital, and it's because I have made a document where all the E's are changed with X's in it in every part of the text. To make sure that update is working, there are some very few things that's important. First of all, it's important that you are having an ID field that's unique, so that we are actually able to find the right box for the right record. So the record ID or record number must be unique in your document, and you should choose that in the ID field within the project settings. You can see more how to set the project settings in the video demonstrating exactly that. So that's kind of important in this case. The next thing I will do is I will go in and replace my standard text file. Let's say that I produced the exit document that you saw a second ago yesterday, and now I get new prices. Just copy my new file into the folder and replace it, and I can go back and I can just press my update button here, and it will flow in with the new corrected text without the capital X anywhere. So that's quite easy to maintain the contents of a document created with extreme all language. The next short demo I will show you is actually how we will have this document created on one layer in design to be a multi-language document. First of all, you should take a look at this. I have created everything, so it's on my image layer. So what I will do is just change the order of the layers. So now I got the image with text frame, of course, on this one, and I will just position myself, select the image layer, and go to the advanced frame settings panel in the extreme panel. You can see we have a button here called something like move text frames to next layer. So if I just click on that, it will actually move text frame from the image layer to the next layer in the stack. And in this case, we have separated all the text boxes on its own layer and all the images. We don't need to change the images for the next language. We'll just stick with this one. So this layer is actually a Danish layer. We will just make a copy of that. All the ID number for the Danish language and for the UK products are exactly the same. So the ID number, the right, if you just have a text file with the right language, it will flow into it. So I will lock the Danish layer and lock the image layer. We don't want to update that in a second. I will force it to use a different kind of data source. Just double click on this one called UK for United Kingdom, and these two are locked. This one is unlocked. I go to the first panel and I will hold down my shift key on my keyboard and press the update. If I just press update without holding down the shift key, it will use the data source in the project setting. By using the shift option, it will actually prompt me for different kind of data, and now I can go out and select the new file, and this is my file I got here. I have a UK file here. You choose this one, and now the UK language will flow into the correct boxes as you see. And if I turn off the UK, you will have the Danish language. If I turn on the UK, you will have the English version of the catalog here, and still of course have one of them. You can have as many layers as you wish. There's no a limit to that. Okay, let's try to have another perspective on it. Let's say that we, at the first time we produce the catalog, has all the different kind of languages within the, the, uh, the data source, and we would like to create it on multiple layers at the same time. The first thing I will do is just to open up the template again. In this case, I'll just choose a different design that actually has different kind of layers to it. Just select it, and when I'm pressing the create button here, it will actually produce it, and now it will produce it on different kind of layer. Maybe some of you fast guys sees that it actually creates some extra layers for me. But as you can see, it has separated everything to image layer for the images, UK for the UK language, and DK for the data. So you can build on every layer if you want to do it. You can have it in two steps. One, create one language first and then create the other ones and update into a new layer. And we will give you some example of how that's worked too. Let me give me just one information is that to be able to build on different kind of layers, paste remember layers must be checked in the layer palette. It's an InDesign function that makes sure when a snippet is positioned on the page, it will actually know which layer, which element goes into it. So that's quite important. Let me show you a different one, a customer actually building different kind of process. They're using AutoCalc, and a quite simple one like this one. I'll just use my calculator. I won't produce everything. They've got 1300 records, as you can see, so I don't want to produce them all. But just give you an idea what customer are using the software for. Just stop this one. But if I zoom into this, you can see again you have multiple information. You have an image. I don't have the customer image, but as you can see, I've got the barcode that's common for all languages. I have one language here, actually free. I've got the German version, the UK version, and I've got the French version here. Let me show you how this works if you connect it to a database and you have different kind of tables pointing to different kind of languages. We have a customer using a very good way of doing that. I'll just show you here, I believe. That's a lot of records there. So I just create a new document. Standard A4, yes, that's fine. I have a very, very simple design. There are only two merge fields in it, and I will say this one should go free and to, I think it should be something like that. Okay. Again, I won't produce everything in the database, but let me see. Yes, I have remembered everything, I hope. It's working. And I will stop it about there. Okay, we have a lot of information into this one, and I'll just rename this one to desk. This is my precondition for this to work. I would like to show you how the data source is set up. First of all, it's a MySQL database, everything is in. It has a table, and that's the Danish one. But they also have a German, Spanish, French, Norwegian, Sweden, and so on. So they have different kind of tables for different kind of languages and different kind of prices and stuff like that. Now they want to maybe create a different kind of job. Let me try to show you how that would work. They could just copy this one and rename it to something special. It could be German, just like that. And then we could go into this layer and order it to point in a different position. So you could say we want to have the German version, and now we are using the force to be force db will actually set every boxes here to point to a different data source. So that should be done right now. Say OK to that. And when we press the update button here in a second, it will update the German version from Danish to German. So this is a very, very good way of having different kind of languages in it. But as you probably saw from the very start, that we did have not just one language we'd like to point to, but a lot of languages. So the next thing I will do is that I will try to automate this this update functionality. So I will just handle this in this way. I have a script. It says actually take the Danish layer and copy it a number of times. And when this is copied, change the persistent data of the object to point to a different kind of data source. So I will just press this button and go to my InDesign. As maybe you saw it very fast, it created a lot of layers. And now all these layers point to different kind of tables. And so just by pressing one update button, it will actually go into this, I think it's 6 different tables and update everything based on that. So this is basically how we handle multiple languages in the same document. We can use it by changing the data source. We can use it by changing to a different kind of table inside a database. But as you probably can see, here I got the German version, here I got the French version, and here I got the English version. It doesn't really matter how advanced the document is. That's different kind of way to handle it all. Thank you for listening.